welcome back to my YouTube channel. How is everybody doing? Vibely, I hope. So this video was not planned, but it's gonna happen. I'm sure a lot of you, or a bunch of you, have seen Malcom and Marie on Netflix, and ladies, this video I feel like is more dedicated to us than anybody else, and it's so bad I have notes from this movie, literally, because first of all, let's talk about Zendaya. Girl, she is on fire. She will never ever in my mind be Zendaya from Disney. Now she's Zendaya from Malcom and Marie, because she ate the role, as in she chopped them like palliative. Wow, big ups to her. It is very difficult for two people to carry a movie, but these two people did absolutely well. So big ups to the two stars of the movie, and big ups to the director and the writer and everybody else. You know, get your flowers. But let us talk about this relationship that they had. I've never seen anything more toxic. Period. Like, literally, these two people, they went from 1 minute to arguing, to cussing each other out, to kissing, and they're about to have sex, and it's an endless cycle. And I just thought to, point out some things that I noticed that a lot of you may have experienced in relationships. Personally, I have experienced in a particular relationship I was in. It was hella toxic. Like, it wasn't any physical abuse or anything like that, but the emotional turmoil I put myself through because I stayed for so long, definitely not worth it. So the first thing I noticed was there was a lot of assumptions going on. He assumed she was okay with him not saying thank you. He assumed that she couldn't pull certain things off. Like, for example, in that scene where they were talking about her being a good actress, he assumed, oh yes, she's a druggie, she wanted to be an actress, she's not good enough, so he didn't give her the role. But then she pulled that whole stunt with holding the knife. Give me the pills, Malcolm, where are the pills? And he was flabbergasted. So I feel like in a lot of relationships, there's a lot of assumptions. You assume this person is okay with this thing. Conversation never really happens, because maybe your ex-girlfriend used to be okay with you staying out till 2 a.m. You automatically assume that character with a new girlfriend without even having that conversation of, oh babe, oh boyfriend, are you okay with me staying out till 2 a.m? Maybe the person is not okay with it, but you know what, this whole movie has shown me how much bullshit the average black woman has learned to swallow, literally. Now, her explosion at the end was not a it wasn't a one-off thing. She had built up and covered and let go and freed it and said no wahala and said it's all good for so long, that she had so much bread inside her heart that she just exploded. Second thing I noticed was, I already spoke about this, bottling things up. The average Nigerian woman is not allowed to complain. You're a superwoman, you are a hero, chesty, take it with your full chest, whatever they hand down to you. Hello, no thank you, I'm a woman, I have feelings just like you do as a man, and I don't think it is fair to assume that everything is okay just because I do not speak. But sometimes a lot of us don't speak because we know these men, we know what we're gonna get. We're gonna get an okay, I get things will get better, but they never really do. So a lot of times it's like, look, I've said this one too many times. Woo! English is difficult. I said this one too many times, and nothing is gonna change. So I'm just gonna bottle everything up. And one day, when you put the toothbrush in the wrong cup in the bathroom, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna stab you in the heart, and you're gonna be dead. Literally. That thing I noticed was there was a lot of ego. Her ego, his ego were clashing. He assumed he was the best thing to work on planet Earth. He's very narcissistic, very selfish, which a lot of African men are. And she also, had ego in terms of, she just assumed, she was proud enough in herself that she just assumed he was going to give her the role, which I think was very wrong, because like he said, you didn't audition. At the end of the day, he's running a business. He wants to make the best film ever made. And if you don't audition because you're my girlfriend, does not give you certain privileges. Now, that's for the ladies. Because maybe your man is a director somewhere, or he is not obligated to give you anything. Money, cash, anything. He can do it if he wants to, quite all right. But don't feel like, oh, it's his job. Girl, he ain't your daddy. It's not his job to provide for you, okay? That thing is saying too much. Now, at the beginning of the film, when he was asking her, why are you angry? She said something. She said, let's just dead this pea here, because it's gonna go where it's not supposed to go, which is true. I feel like a lot of times in anger, which is something I know has happened to me before, where in anger, you say a lot of things you're not supposed to say. You slip up. And look, the thing with words is you can't take them back. all that talk in the bathroom about all the babes he's fucked and all of that. Looky here, dear. This is how I am, right? With a new relationship, I really don't want to know your exes. Really and truly, we can banter about it. But those little itsy bitsy teenage details, I don't need it. I don't need to start feeling insecure in myself. Like she said, she's thinking, did this woman love you better? Did she fuck you better? Did she cook for you? That is a whole different ball game. So to most people, men and women, I don't think you should go into too much detail when you're telling your next about your ex. Maybe skip the, romantic parts, or, except this person specifically asks you, oh, what was your last relationship like? You can give them in total details if they ask. But please, if they do not ask, leave the child of God to be going on his or her own, all right? Next thing I noticed was they were both very insecure people. I don't know if hers was from drugs or whatnot, but she was very insecure. And I feel like a lot of us go into relationships with backlog of insecurities. This is, for me, one of the reasons why a lot of relationships don't work. Oh, I don't like how I look. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that. And look, if you can't love certain parts of yourself, do not assume anybody can love them, because even if this person is trying to love them, because you yourself don't know how to love them, you don't know how to deal with it. So a lot of times, I personally feel like, work on yourself. Be the best version of yourself before you try and couple up with anybody, so that your insecurities don't start to rear their ugly heads and things like Malcom and Marie start to happen, right? Next thing is, this one is something Nigerian men in particular in these Lagos, they are good at. Emotional negligence. They will give you money. They will take you out. They will fuck you right. But you see that emotional communication, they have stunted, they are literally like dwarfs. Stunted emotional growth, I tell you. They're not in tune with their emotions. They can't see you on a bad day. The best they'll do is, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay, do you want to talk about it? They're not going to ask you that. It's just going to be, oh, do you want to eat something? A lot of times I feel like, minus physicality, minus finance, minus, being a helping hand, emotions are very, very important in any relationship. And if you know that you're an emotionally clingy person, I beg of you, don't date somebody who is not in tune with their emotions, male or female. If you're somebody, you like to talk about how you feel, it's not just, oh, it's going to be all right, it will be fine. If you like to break it down and express yourself, please find somebody that likes that too, because clearly Marie needed all of that, but Malcolm was not on that peak. And Nigerian men, there's nothing wrong with a little emotion, okay? You expect the woman to be, a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets, but you just want to be a freak in the streets. You don't want to compromise. You don't want to level up. You don't want to double team. You don't want to have more than one use, which isn't fair, because you expect the woman to cook, to clean, to take care of you. You go to her with your office problems, you go to her with all sorts of things, but when it's up to her, you want to buy her hair and buy her clothes. I agree, those things are important to some people, but at the end of the day, that is not what makes up a relationship. And the final point is the importance of saying thank you. Bruh, did you guys watch the end when she listed all the things he could have said thank you for and he never did? Look, it may not seem like a big deal. Most of the time, it's not even a big deal. You say thank you and just get your welcome. But there is a feeling, especially speaking from a woman's perspective, that comes from when I do something for my man, he says thank you. It's the least you can do. It's 2 words. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to take anything away from you. Thank you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being here constantly. Thank you for being, my woman. Thank you for fucking me the way you do. All them Kajitsu, Kama Sutra styles we are doing. Do you think it's easy? Half the time our hips almost dislocate. But no, you don't say thank you. The importance of saying thank you. And for me, I feel like if he had only thanked her in his speech, this whole night would not have happened. So it's very important. I think a lot of us overlook the importance of thank you. We assume this person knows that we're thankful. We assume that, oh no, you're my girl, I got you. Sometimes it's good to hear. Words of affirmation is a lot of us' love language, because you need that reassurance constantly that, oh, this person cares about me, this person loves me, this person thinks about me. And at the end, I think what this movie has just shown us is there are so many layers to a relationship. There are so many things that go into saying, okay, you know what? Me and this person want to do this. Me and this person want to work this out. Leave your ego out the door. Don't ever say too much in a fight. If you feel like it's getting too intense, my darling, walk away. Go out like Marie and smoke a cigarette, okay? Go out and smoke something. I'm not encouraging anything, but really and truly, there's so much more that goes into a relationship, and I feel like we can all learn a lesson from this, because I feel like different parts of the movie must have spoken to you on a different level. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. I personally love the movie. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Would I recommend it? Yes. I would actually recommend you to watch it with your partner and just see how, you know, each person relates to it. Does the guy relate to Marie or does he relate to Malcolm? Do you relate to Malcolm or do you relate to Marie? Just a little balance here and there just to see, because look, a lot of relationships these days, oh, they got married last year, they're divorced now. These are the issues. So boys and girls, if you're trying to have a healthy relationship, I feel like self-evaluation is key. Look at yourself. Evaluate yourself. What am I bringing to the table? What is my value addition to this relationship? And I feel like if we do that often enough, everybody gonna be all right. Malcom and Marie is a solid 8.5 on my part. The cinematography is bomb. And her in that dress. Zendaya, girl, you just got a super duper fan. But guys, there you have it. I asked on Instagram. You guys said I should do a review. So there you go. I try to keep it short and sweet because I'm actually on my way somewhere. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Bye.